This is going to be a real quick video on how to change the oil and engine air filter on a Honda Odyssey 1999 to 2005 model V6 3.5 liter. First thing you're going to do is gather your tools. You're going to need a jack stands, oil filter, brake clean, 8mm socket, 17mm socket, drain pan, and an oil tool for the oil filter. First, you're going to want to pull the hood latch. Make sure you get the safety catch in the bottom side of the hood and put your hood prop up. Then you're going to want to pull the dipstick. This allows there to not be a vacuum on the oil when it's draining. Then you're going to jack the vehicle up on the tab located up under the rocker molding. It's specifically designed for jacking. Place your jack under the frame of the vehicle. Nowhere else. You don't want to put dents in your floor pan. Then you're going to take your 17mm socket and remove the drain plug. And as you can see by the shininess of the bottom of the oil pan, we have a little bit of an oil leak. Take the drain plug out and let the oil drain. After that, clean it with brake clean. And I really wish that somebody had cleaned this with brake clean. This is the first time I've really changed the oil on my wife's vehicle, but it was a mess up under there. So it was very difficult to see where the oil was leaking from. So I went ahead and cleaned it up so that we could discover where the oil was leaking. Then put your drain plug back in and tighten with your 17mm socket. The oil filter was a little bit of a pain. I actually took the right side wheel off just because it was easier access, and it was very tight on there. So I had to use my oil tool to spin it off. After you get it loosened up, it turns right off very easily and very messy. After you get the oil filter off, do clean it with brake clean off the frame rail and stuff again, so you can see if you have any leaks, where they're originating from. Without it being clean up under there, it's very difficult to find a leak. Take some oil on your finger and oil the gasket on the oil filter. And spin it on. You're going to want to snug it up, but don't snug it up so tight like the last one was, where you have to have that tool and crush it to get it off. Go ahead and jack the vehicle back up on the jacking point and remove the jack stand. Lower the vehicle and remove the filler cap located on the valve cover behind the core support. Even though the vehicle calls for 5W20, we're going to put 10W30 in it, mainly because this vehicle is high mileage, 200 and something thousand miles. So 1030 is not going to hurt the vehicle. It's actually going to help it. Go ahead and open it up. Put your funnel in the most inconvenient place in the entire world and begin to pour the oil. Pour in all 5 quarts. Start the vehicle to fill the oil filter. Let it run for a couple seconds and turn it off. Get out, check the dipstick to make sure you have enough oil in the car. If you put in all 5 quarts, you should be good, and we are. So now let's empty out the old oil into a recyclable oil container to take to the service center. Now we're going to move to the air filter, the engine air filter. You're just going to turn off these 4 bolts. They're 8mm, or you can use a Phillips head screwdriver. This one that I'm pointing at right now is broken. that some other wonderful technician broke. And you're just going to basically turn these 4 off, located on all 4 corners of the air box. Then you're going to remove the air filter, inspect it, and it definitely needs to be replaced, and replace it with a new one. And you can really see the difference. Then you're going to want to turn it down, tighten them, hand tighten them first, and then just kind of snug them up with a ratchet. The reason why you should do it by hand is because it's just much easier to fill if you're cross-threading. If you are cross-threading, you can back it up and just tighten it up again. Then finish it up with the socket, and you're good to go. That's the end of the oil change and the air filter swap. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, subscribe, and thanks for watching.